diplomacy is the art of letting somebody else have your way, said David Frost.
Good morning, everyone. We welcome you all to Junior Cenmun 2021. In keeping with the motto of our school to strive harder and soar higher, Cenmun was conceived in 2017 to provide a platform to engage young minds and enable the young delegates to negotiate, build consensus, and adopt resolutions to serve the best interest of humanity.
We also extend a warm welcome to the members of the school management, respective executive boards, and other distinguished guests. Let us now begin the ceremony by lighting the lamp and evoke the blessings of Lord Almighty.
Shubham Kurutvam Kalyanam Arogyam Dhanasampadah Shatru Buddhi Vinashaya Deepajyotir Namostute Deepajyotir Namostute Deepajyotir Parabrahma Deepajyotir Janardanah Deepajyotir Parabrahma Deepajyotir Janardanah Deepo Hartu Me Papam Sandhya Deepa Namostute O Deepa Brahma Rupasvam Jyotisham Prabhuravyayah O Deepa Brahma Rupasvam Jyotisham Prabhuravyayah Arogyam Dehi Putrausha Matim Swachham Hime Sada Raverastam Samarabhya Yavat Suryodayo Bhave Raverastam Samarabhya Yavat Suryodayo Bhave Yasya Tishte Gruhe Deepa Tasya Nasti Daridrata.
After the traditional lighting of the lamp, let us mesmerize ourselves with a prayer dance on this auspicious morning.
Indian Citizen Summit is the premise for Junior Cenmun 2021. The idea is that eminent civilians from various states across the country will come together and engage in debate with the ambition of reforming India in mind. This theme was adapted as students of grades 6 to 8 are learning more about India, its states, and the constitution as a whole. This theme will give the students an opportunity to explore national concerns, issues and disputes and be proactive in coming up with solutions for them.
In a typical UN committee, you delegates find it difficult to relate to the global happenings. Here, the agendas are those which have surrounded them all their life, so finding solutions for them will be quite refreshing and also a more practical approach for them. Also, representing an entire country can be quite challenging for new delegates. Here, the views they will express will be of the states they are from, but they'll have to represent a single person.
In line with our theme, the school choir has prepared a heartwarming rendition depicting the importance of unity, opinions, and progress.
अगर कोई कर सकता है तो मैं ये क्यों नहीं, क्या है उनमें ऐसा जो मुझ में नहीं। अगर कोई कर सकता है तो मैं ये क्यों नहीं, क्या है उनमें ऐसा जो मुझ में नहीं। झांक ले अपने भीतर खुद से या पूछ ले, कैसी चाहे जिंदगी खुले आंखों से देख ले। मुट्ठियों को खींच कर, सांसों को खींच कर, मुट्ठियों को खींच कर, सांसों को खींच कर, सबसे टकराने को, शिखर पर जाने को मैं तैयार हूँ, मैं तैयार हूँ, मैं तैयार हूँ। मैं तैयार हूँ, मैं तैयार हूँ। बढ़ते चले जाएंगे मंजिल अपनी दूर से, खुद पे हौसला हो तो कामयाबी दूर नहीं। चलते चलते रुक न जाए हम, रास्तों पे बहके ना कदम। चलते चलते रुक न जाए हम, रास्तों पे बहके ना कदम। खुद पर हमको पूरा यकीन है, मंजिलों को पालेंगे हम। खुद पर हमको पूरा यकीन है, मंजिलों को पालेंगे हम। मुश्किलें हो कैसी भी मेरे हौसलों से कम है, अंधेरों को चीर देंगे इतना दम है। आओ हाथ बढ़ाए कुछ करके दिखाना है, सारे बहानों को आज से आगे लगाना है। मुट्ठियों को खींच कर, सांसों को खींच कर, मुट्ठियों को खींच कर, सांसों को खींच कर, सबसे टकराने को, शिखर पर जाने को मैं तैयार हूँ, मैं तैयार हूँ, मैं तैयार हूँ, मैं तैयार।
खुद से है ये वादा, कुछ करके जाऊंगा, सबके सीनों को गर्व से भर कर जाऊंगा। चढ़ते सूरज को सलाम करती दुनिया सारी, मेरा ये जीवन हाँ मेरी जिम्मेदारी।
From a proposed idea to being one of the largest ones in central India, Cenmun has come a long way. Since its inception in 2017, Cenmun has defined quality money in its region. Having nurtured thousands of youth over the past year, it is known for its hospitality and record-breaking feedback year after year. Its agenda, Youth is You, holds top priority till date. Hence, we are back with the very first online version of Cenmun with an aim to create an even more veritable impact.
This year, Cenmun has collaborated with Skills for Education, a pan-Asia soft skill development organization established in 2012 by Mr. Anansh Prasad, a Cornell alumnus, which conducts a range of non-academic educational programs with the objective of building 21st century skills in students at a young age. With nearly 9 years into its operation, Skills for Education has trained more than 1 lakh students across 7 countries in 220 plus institutions, following its own 3D model of learning. Now let us hear our principal, Mrs. Kanchan Uke, deliver words of encouragement to our delegates.
Good morning, everyone. It is indeed my privilege to welcome you all to the 4th edition of Cenmun, bringing in something new and exciting each time. What's new this time, you may ask? Well, this is the very first time that Centrepoint School, Wardhaman, Nagar is conducting the session online, and that too in 2 editions, Junior Cenmun and Senior Cenmun. Centrepoint School, Wardhaman, Nagar welcomes you to the first online mode of the Junior Cenmun, which will feature delegates from classes 6, 7, 8. I can definitely state with great pride that Cenmun is unique in every which way. I can say this because the entire concept behind the conduction of the Cenmun of this Model United Nations is to get children on the job, to conduct the entire proceedings, right from setting up the theme, to forming the committees, to bringing in the registrations, and in fact organizing the entire event. It rests on their young shoulders. Coincidentally, the National Education Policy that was rolled out by the Government of India recently focuses on the development of the 21st century skills in children. This is exactly what the Junior Cenmun 2 hopes to accomplish. Build in the skills of communication, leadership, diplomacy amongst the young students of classes 6 to 8. Experiential learning is one of the key terms that we come across so often in the National Education Policy. And yes, it is this very experiential learning that comes to life as young students slip into the role of either a country, a state, an eminent citizen, or a politician and represent their interests. The young delegates begin to research, they learn to research, brush up their knowledge of geopolitics, familiarize themselves with current affairs, and definitely develop a broader perspective on global issues. With 3 editions of Cenmun completed in the years 2017, 2018, and 2019, the pandemic affected us as well. But the young Cenmun team realized that we could always use technology to our advantage, and thus came the idea of going virtual with the Cenmun. And this year we have the Junior Cenmun 2021 with the very relevant theme, Indian Citizen Summit. The idea being to create an awareness among students about our great nation and give them a chance to deliberate on current national issues that India faces. Someone has rightly said, catch them young. And this is exactly what the Junior Cenmun aims at. To tap all the latent potential of these young runners and hone their skills. With approximately 200 delegates ready for deliberations, I'd like to wish the present Secretary General, the Secretariat, headed by the present Secretary General, Anshul Kamble, all the very best as we look forward to an exciting and fruitful session of a 2-day conference. Thank you.
With such exhilarating words spoken by ma'am, let us introduce this year's committees.
The previous edition of Cenmun hosted about 1,000 delegates across 16 committees. This year, we have come up with 10 ministries for the summit. We start with the Ministry of Labour and Employment, with the agenda being addressing the rising unemployment owing to Second, the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting agenda, suggesting measures to reform the Indian media in the light of recent developments.
Up next is the Ministry of Tourism agenda, discussing ways to promote and increase tourism in the wake of COVID-19's impact. The fourth is Ministry of Health Affairs agenda, improving India's COVID-19 vaccination drive with special emphasis on children and tribal communities.
Next up is the Ministry of Sports, with the agenda enhancing India's sports infrastructure and facilities to make its athletes more globally competent. Sixth, Ministry of External Affairs, its agenda addressing Indo-China relationship in the light of recent border incursions.
Seventh is the Ministry of Women and Child Development, and its agenda is reviewing laws to prevent crimes against women. Ministry of Education follows, with its agenda integrating online and offline education for the best delivery model in rural India.
At the penultimate spot, we have the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Its agenda discussing the future of clean energy in India. And lastly, the Ministry of Finance, with the agenda formulating a budget for post-COVID India.
Now, let's witness the Secretary General Achut Kamble express his thoughts on this momentous occasion and declare the conference open.
Respected Principal Ma'am, distinguished guests, members of the school management, executive board members, and my dear delegates, a very good morning to all of you. I take immense pleasure to welcome you all to the 4th edition of Centrepoint School Model United Nations Cenmun 2021. As I stand here today to address you all, my heart is filled with gratitude and my soul with eminent responsibility. Cenmun, since its inception in 2017, has been very close to me, not only because I participated as a delegate, but also because I have witnessed its growth to higher levels of success. Our former secretariats have set the bar of hard work so high that it has now become a fuel that propels and motivates my team to perform better and bigger each day. The day we got elected as a secretariat, we all knew we have been bestowed upon a very important post that not only requires dedication, but also fruitful outcomes in addition to the hardships. The spirits were high, but the happiness was higher. In the past 1.5 months, I have seen that the Secretariat has left no stone unturned in performing their duties. The barriers brought in by the pandemic did not stop us from performing our best and delivering our best abilities. Also, we have worked very hard, and the paths we have taken all have only one destination, that is a worthwhile and fruitful experience for our delegates. Now, coming to the theme of the Junior Cenmun, the Indian Citizens Summit. We came up with this theme given the rising urgency of problems that India and its citizens currently face. While these young minds assume different personas from different states, they will learn the skill of representation as they speak the voice of different communities of their respective states. Also, this will in turn prepare them for future MUNs while they go tomorrow to represent the whole country and are bounded to a government. Now, before I present you all the Secretariat, let me take this moment to congratulate each and every delegate present here who has taken up this challenge to participate in the MUN conference, that too in an online forum. I can assure you that you will have added a feather to your cap while you enlighten yourselves with immense knowledge and develop numerous skills by this weekend. I would also like to thank all the executive board members for they have been proactive since the past 2 weeks, making newsletters, editing background guides, and finding some time to ensure an enriching experience for the delegates. Now, I present you all the Secretariat, the terrific 13 who have worked each day very hard to deliver their best abilities. First, Vineet Kalra, Deputy Secretary General, Cenmun 2021. Parth Batra, Under Secretary General, Finance. Varun Kalantri, USG Communications. Naman Parekh, USG Delegate Affairs. Divya Jain, USG Protocols. Puneet Sahara, USG Promotions. Muskan Agarwal, USG Logistics. Karteki Singh, USG Design. Abhinav Somani, Organizing Committee Communications. Anvesh Thakur, OC Finance. Chitpan Agrawal, OC Logistics. Shreya Samalkar, OC Design. And last, Devrat Pathak, OC Design. Now, as you gaze at these bright faces, let me quote Mr. Cenmun. Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. So, with the same ambition and fire in my heart, I, Anshul Kamble, Secretary General, Cenmun 2021, declare the conference to be open.
Thank you everyone. Have a great day and good luck to all the delegates.
Now, the skills authorities will take over and assign the delegates to their respective breakout rooms.